Hey, thank you so much for stopping by for another No BS social media chat. Last week we talked about mastering the basics, about getting down the basic details of all the social media sites. Today we're going the actual opposite end of the spectrum, and it's called getting creative. One of the things I do, I spend a lot of time on, is looking for new apps, new tools, new toys, if you will, to make my posts on the internet much more interesting, much more clickable, much more fun. And I'm constantly looking for new tools and new apps and things like that. And I recommend that sometimes, well, if you don't have the time to search yourself, well, there are articles on things like CNET, and there are articles on things like TechCrunch, and more importantly, you have friends. See what your friends are doing. Paying attention to what your friends are doing, and I mean your real friends, your friends in real life. See what they're doing. Recently, I found an app called Sounds or Sound. I don't know. I believe it's Sounds with an S. It's an app in the iTunes store. And what you can do is you can tell people what you're currently listening to at any given time through the Sounds app. You can also discover new music. But what the cool thing is with Sounds, it creates a video clip, a little 15-second video clip if you're putting it on Instagram, or a 20-second video clip if you're putting it on Snapchat. And you can actually play a snippet of the song. And then if you connect it to a Spotify account, you can play a lot of different things. So in any given mood, I can share some of the new music I'm working with. And more importantly, I can actually share snippets of some of the music I'm working with for my artists. It's an easy way to build a little 15-second or 20-second video clip that you can then share on Facebook, on Twitter, not necessarily on YouTube, because there are other ways to share sound on YouTube, right? You can actually record a video with sound and put it on YouTube, and more than a 15-second snippet. But it's fun to be able to not only share what I'm working with, but share what I'm interested in, and it's a new great way to present it. And there are two ways to present it. One, with the cover of the album or the single or the graphic that goes with it. Or number two, if you flip the little app over, you can use it and actually show what you're listening to, and it kind of shows like a little mini music player. I use it all the time. In fact, if you ever stop on Instagram, one of my many usernames on Instagram, Kevin Mason Music, right there, and that's what I use strictly for those sound clips, just because that's the account I use for my Kevin Mason Music. It's a fun little app, and I've been using it a lot lately. There are a lot of different tools, from the Snapseed app I use to help tweak up pictures I use in real life for all of my social media profiles. Or there's a new Adobe Creative app that you can use to create some creative little meme type graphics. I use a lot of those little tools to create graphics on the fly, to create my own little type memes. And it's one thing if you're using a little stick figure meme that's been running around Facebook or Twitter for a little while now. Don't Be Like Bill, I think is what it's called. And those are great to get on board with. But you have to, will not just be, here's what I'm working on right now, here, let me tell you more about me. You have to get involved with the spirit of what's going on. As I've talked before, and Instagram is one of my favorite places, and that's why I'm so graphically charged, is every day on Instagram I post a little today is celebration. Recently we've had National Corn Chip Day, we've had National Baked Alaska Day. I know, go figure. Every kind of food under the sun, from pie to apple pie, to turkey, to cranberries, and you would think those would all be on the day of Thanksgiving, which of course rotates, so they're not. To Candy Cane Day, to, Kiwi Fruit Day, to National Underwear Day. Well, I create little graphics, and I create them on my computer that get pretty creative. And I've got on my Music Marketing Guy Instagram, every day about midnight I post those. Here's what today is. We're celebrating something each and every day. It's not always just a major holiday. It's whatever's going on in the world. It could be National Persimmon Day, for that matter, National Hug a Friend Day, National Spouse Day, whatever it is. But we've got something for every day of the year. And I work ahead and create those graphics, so I've got some graphical content. And what I find is I get more people engaging with those things who wouldn't necessarily find me, who wouldn't necessarily know me, who don't necessarily care that I'm into music marketing. They're just interested in those, and they become interested in me, and then I can slide in a little bit, listen to this artist, and listen to this, and check out this link, and I've created interesting content. You have to get creative. Now that social media has been around for a decade, and it's not just about wallpapers and the profile graphics that go on Facebook or on Twitter or anything like that, but you do have to get creative with those. I use a lot of the pictures I take in real life and create them and custom and crop them properly for each of the sites. And each of the little header images on Facebook that's what, 851 pixels by, or is it 851 by 315, and then Twitter wants 1500 by 500, and then YouTube wants something bigger, and Google Plus wants something, and I create custom graphics. And again, if you've got the graphics tools, that's great. There are a lot of graphic places online you can use on a computer to create these, to make sure they look good, to make sure they fit, to make sure, it presents me in the right light. It's important. I think now that we're a decade into social media, there are a lot of sophisticated people out there. There are a lot of sophisticated people that if you don't look good, they won't pay any attention to you. Get creative, spend some time. I know it's just more on your plate, but it's smart, and you'll be so glad you did. You'll find that you get more engagement from that creativity than you ever thought possible. And then you can really sell them what you really want to be there for. Next week, another No BS Social Media Chat. NoBSSocial.com. Find us on YouTube at our No BS Social channel there. And, of course, you can find us on Facebook. We pop them up, link them on Twitter as well. Everywhere you can find us online, you'll find us. Love for you to come back. Love for you to share with a friend. Love to talk to you anytime. My contact information is coming up next. Thanks.